Welcome back to Pro Talks. I'm Nate Halubka. I work within the North Carolina Pandemic Recovery Office, and welcome to the fourth in the four-part series of pre-contracting for non-entitled municipalities. So in this video, like we talked about before, what we're going to do is talk about how to take the information that you pulled together and upload it. Now, we also kind of promised that we would give some type of timeline as to when these funds might start to flow out. So first, let's tackle that, and then we'll get into the upload. All right, so first up, the state of North Carolina expects to receive its ARP funds on or about May 17th. We've already started that process. We're simply waiting on the federal government for those funds to start to flow. All right, second up, that's also why we prescribed the May 18th deadline. We want you to take this time before the state starts to get its funds to get its documents in. This really will help expedite the municipalities across the state to receive your funds as quickly as possible. That's why we'd like you to stick to the 18th, okay? We may extend that date, but for right now, please get these in by the 18th. All right, so next up. So once this is done, and once you have your pre-contracting paperwork in, it's going to take a little bit of time for the state to review these. So expect that this next step, this next grant making step, could take between 30 and 60 days. Now, certainly we hope to move quicker than that, but we are working with over 500 local municipalities. So please just be patient. We're going to move as quickly as we can. All right, so next up, I just want to reinforce this. This is really important. Failure to either submit this pre-contracting information or delaying it will really have a direct implication or a direct delay on when you'll actually receive your funds. All right, and this last part is also vital. This pre-contracting is not the final step. Please don't think that after you submitted this up that you're completely done and that a check is heading your way. We're going to send you additional paperwork to complete the granting process, but just, that's going to take a little bit of time. Okay, so you've reached this, you kind of have a general idea of where our timeline is at. Now, the next thing that we want to look at is the submitting your information. All right, so if you have a digital copy of your checklist, you can simply click on that top link up there and it'll take you right to that submission portal that we have. Now, if you don't have that, you can also find the portal on our website. It's the same place as all the rest of these documents are going to be. All right, next up. So once you click on that link, this is what it's going to start to look like. Now, a couple key important parts is this checklist that you've been working on is pretty close to the upload portal that we have. There's a couple nuanced differences. Like, for example, when you click on your municipality, there'll actually be a drop-down list where you can go in and select your municipality from that list. All right, I'm not going to go through every one of these, but I'm going to point out a couple nuanced differences. All right, so the second thing is we ask you for your fiscal year-end date. We ask you for the actual date. When you click it on here, what we're going to ask for is what month it ends in. It's really going to end up with about the same information. Just look for that. That's another small change. All right, one critical change is we now have the Treasury guidance. We've received that, and we're still parsing through it. But we did mention in a previous video that you'll be asked for some budget total information. Now, what our best understanding right now, that guidance, is that it is the top line, the total amount of your budget allotment. Please plug that top line amount in for the fiscal year that included January 27th of 2020. All right. So this last section, and this is one particular long portal, is the place for you to upload some of these documents that we've discussed. All right. So this next part is really, really important. All right. You're going to upload each one of these and make sure that they are all uploaded before you click submit. If you upload only one item and then submit and then expect that you're going to be able to go in and add another one, you're going to have to go back and redo this again. There is not a way to save. And we understand that that's not great. And that's why we did the checklist up front, is to help coach you through to get all this together. So again, to remind you, get all of your stuff together, upload it, and then click submit. Now, after you click submit, you will get a pop-up notification that says your documents have been submitted. All right. What you will not get is a confirmation email. Okay. It's just how the system works. And the other thing that's important is please give our office time to review this. Now, there is a back-end side to where we can see who has submitted and who hasn't submitted and identify places where things need to be fixed. Just give us a little time to work through that. All right. Now, this next part is also very important. NCPRO is here to help you. We want to work you through this process as best we can. All right. And the best way for you to ask or for questions as you're going through this process or in other areas is to use the NCPRO inbox. Now, it's not just one person sitting back there. I'm certainly one of those that will be answering questions through the NCPRO box, but there's also a number of other staff, and that way we can help if there's specialized questions or to really be able to spread the workload out. I encourage you use this website whenever you need it, and certainly use the NCPRO box. Now, we